Typical standard spoiler warning, episode 2, when the phone rings. Bro, I cannot understand this man. Does he like her or not? Because the things I don't, is he just jealous that somebody else could be getting in the picture? Is he possessive? And it's not that he likes her, but he just doesn't like the idea of somebody else controlling her. I don't understand where his mind is at, and it's throwing me off with how to feel about him right now. A scumbag. I still think he's dirt, but is he trying to like redeem himself right now? Because in this moment, they're cooking breakfast, and I'm thinking, okay, he's trying to get back in her good graces. They had that whole little flashback where he ate dinner with her, but then was mean to her towards the end. But then this scene, he literally goes by her and is like, were you just playing me this whole time? I thought you were obediently doing what I told you. Like, bro, are you trying to get reconciliation? Are you trying to woo your fake wife, or are you still trying to be a jerk? I need you to make this clear so I can also make one thing clear to you. I'm going to still make one thing clear to him. Hold this, because you've been treating her wrong for these 3 years, regardless of what you're about to do now. I think he's like a middle school, high school boy. He likes a girl, doesn't know how to let the girl know he likes her, so he's being mean to her. I think that's what's going on, but also, he's still a scumbag. All right, now I'm really done with the episode, boy. This plot is getting thicker than a Snickers. Let me spit game to y'all real quick. They done lit this man's office on fire, and now I'm really like mind boggled as to who did it. But I got a theory, and I need y'all to walk with me on this theory, all right? Now, keep in mind, this is only episode 2, but I watch a lot of Case Closed / Detective Conan, so I'm on my detective-ish right now. During this scene, when he's asking her about the colleague that she met, he asked if you can trust him, and she says, he's a good guy. I don't think he is. Now, walk with me on this. It all leads back to the beginning of the episode. She heard the footsteps. Look at those cloggers, you feel me? Them ogre-like feet look very familiar to the person that kidnapped her, don't they? And even she realized that when she heard the footsteps, that's why she got scared. She was already plotting on, how can I get away? He's back for revenge. That don't happen by accident. They not showing us that scene by accident. They trick us down the line because the next thing we see is her sitting with a colleague. But no, think about it. I need y'all to really think about it. A friend from over 3 years ago, right? Now, why is he suddenly back in the picture? And even her fake husband said nobody knows that they're married. Nobody knows that he married her. So why would a kidnapper suddenly kidnap this person and know that it's his wife? Because there's a prior connection. And I bring to you this prior connection. He either had a crush on her, or he had a crush on her sister. My mind is telling me he had a crush on potentially the sister. And the sister ran away the day before the wedding, which is why she's in this kerfuffle now, right? What if he found out that, hey, maybe she like did something dangerous to herself, and now he's blaming her husband and he wants to get revenge? Keep in mind, he said he's here because he's working on a cold case that he needs to solve. What if the cold case he needs to solve is the untimely demise of her sister, brought on by the pressure her husband was giving her? What if she ran away the day before the wedding because she knew a life with that man would be disastrous and nothing she would want? Instead, she would rather not have a life at all, you feel me? So now, heartbroken, he lost the love of his life to a scumbag of a human. How does he get revenge? I point you to the revenge. The security team is taking photos of him, right? Look at him. You think he can't see them to the side taking photos? I found it strange that he didn't ask, hey, who are those people over there taking photos? Considering at this point, he should know that she's married to old homeboy whose name I can't remember. So the fact that he never questioned why the people watching us struck me as strange until I got to the end of the episode. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing really, but she's honestly the real villain of the show. How effing dare she treat this woman like this? How effing dare she? And this is Homeboy's mom, and she's really the reason why she's gone off the deep end trying to get out of this fake marriage. But yeah, she's really the main villain of the show. Let's not gloss past that. Another thing, he didn't actually feel the coffee burn his arm until Homegirl pointed it out. If it was really that scalding hot, I don't care what your pain tolerance is, unless you're completely numb, you're immediately going to feel that. And he held on to her for a long time. Again, I bring you back. It's because he is numb right now. You think after that car accident, if he really was the kidnapper at the time, then he's really banged up. He probably had to go to the hospital, and I'm sure they prescribed him something to numb pain in his body. That's why you can see how harsh that burn mark is. He had no reaction until Homegirl pointed it out to him. The fans he's talking about are the fans of the husband dude. I gotta remember his name. I'm only on episode 2. I'll have his name by next week. I'll remember it on episode 3. He called that homie's fans a nuisance, meaning he has no love for Homeboy. He's starting to show his disdain, actually. So now you can see how his facade is starting to crumble. He doesn't like that man. What's the reason he doesn't like that man or anybody that likes him? It's because they don't know his true face. They don't know what that man did to the love of his life. They don't know how that man drove the love of his life to the brink. It's really starting to make sense now. Or I could be completely off. Again, it's only episode 2. This is where I started really getting the connection, because look at the build. The build is looking similar. Same hat, same mask. I'm telling you, them cloggers. It's them oddly wide-shaped feet. Look at they kind of extend out, don't they? I'm saying it's starting to make sense. But again, it's only episode 2, but I'm locked into the story. I want y'all to remember this, and when the show is over, come back to this video so that y'all can be like, Otaku called it. When the phone rings, we locked in. So you think after seeing this like post episode scene, I would probably delete this whole video because it just kind of disproves my whole 5-minute theory rant. Apparently, Hong Hee-ju's sister was in on the plan to switch the brides at the wedding. He wanted to save Hong Hee-ju from marrying a piece of trash scumbag chairman's son and plotted to marry Hong Hee-ju instead of Ina the whole time. Which means I'm still on the right track that her college friend is probably the kidnapper, but instead of the college friend liking Ina, the college friend just did actually fall in love with Hong Hee-ju and wanted to get this man out the picture so he can come in and swoon her. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that theory now. Damn, I really gotta watch the whole episode going. I really gotta let that counter hit 0 before I do these videos. I promise I gotta do that going forward.